What's going on, you guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Anthony Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk. The battle just concluded, and Anthony Joshua looked good in spots in the fight. Anthony Joshua looked good in spots, man. But Usyk, lateral movement, the hand speed, the overall boxing ability, Oleksandr Usyk is going to be a problem for anybody in the heavyweight division. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Post-fight reaction video. Oleksandr Usyk just beat Anthony Joshua for the second time via split decision. Did the right man win? I don't know. I felt that Usyk turned it up later on, later rounds in the fight. AJ had his good moments. AJ had his moments early in the fight, in the mid rounds, but then it seemed like his legs just left from under him, and he got really clumsy like in there, and Usyk kind of was really started doing his thing. Salute the big blunts in boxing. I see you in the building. Yeah, AJ, man. Guess everybody's looking at what he's got to say post fight. What's next for AJ? He lost 2 times in a row. The Bronze Bomber also lost 2 times in a row. Yeah, AJ looked gassed out, man. He got tired later in the fight. He didn't seem as bulky as he normally as he was in the past, but he still kind of faded. He faded. It's like his legs just left from up under him somewhere between the 9th, 10th round or something. And Usyk was just busy. AJ was keeping him busy. Even when AJ wasn't throwing punches, Usyk was still moving. AJ was keeping the pressure on him, keep standing his ground and keeping Usyk moving. But Usyk got excellent stamina, man. And footwork was crazy too. You said, what a boring fight. Shakur and Stevenson would have been criticized. You said he needs to fight Wilder. I don't know, man. Is he going to fight Wilder? I don't know. I don't know what's next for AJ. I guess I got to see what he's going to say. His post-fight. What did he have to say now? What is he going to do? This is a huge loss for Matchroom Boxing. He was their golden goose. They paid a lot of money for them to go over there to Saudi Arabia. Those guys paid a lot of money for these guys to come over there and fight. Business of boxing, AJ winning would have been good for the business of boxing, but the right man won in the name of boxing. So yeah, I think Usyk. I don't know. I think Usyk turned it on towards the end. I think he turned it on towards the end of the fight, and I think that kind of got him the 9 in the end. But AJ looked good. It was much improvement from the first fight. It was a much better performance that he put up in this fight than he did in the last fight, for sure. For sure. You said AJ fell into the habits of the first fight, couldn't sustain anything. Yeah, he couldn't. Usyk really didn't let him either. Usyk really didn't let AJ sustain anything. And AJ, I felt that he should have threw more punches in the fight. I thought he was going to throw more punches. He didn't really throw as many punches. His defense was better, but once he got tired later in the fight, his defense he started to have lapses in his defense and his legs. It's almost like he got drained instantly. Once he got drained, it's like it just happened all at once. Like it's just almost like he was fainting and shit. Yeah, he was standing his ground at first, man. AJ still he fought a really good fight. I was rooting for him. I was damn near coaching him and shit. But Usyk's a bad dude, man. The footwork, the speed, the hand speed, the combinations. Usyk's gonna be tough for any heavyweight, despite his size. His IQ is really high. He knows what the fuck he's doing in there. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing in there. Went to Saudi Arabia. Both got like 40 million apiece. Hey, you know what, Cut West? I'm glad you brought that up. You says Robert Garcia should never train heavyweight again. Bro, honestly, I don't even know. I think that old boy, the guy that was in front center, was the main trainer at this camp, bro. And if you look at some of the pad work videos, dudes holding the mitts for him. Maybe that shit Gareth Davies was saying was true. Robert Garcia didn't seem like he was in control of the corner, in my opinion. I thought AJ did good considering, I'm not gonna sit here and say he got fucking dominated or he got his ass beat. He did really good. 75 million a piece. Whoa. Oh, shit. $75 million apiece. You say you don't agree with the decision, sir? What's going on, man? Damn, you say you don't agree with the decision, huh? I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of tired. I've been up 24 hours. I'm pretty tired right now. So, but from what I saw, it looked like AJ was doing good. He was doing good early on. Stood his ground. Had Usyk guessing. It was a different fight. His defense looked better. His head movement was better. But then as the fight went on, Usyk really started to gain momentum. You said AJ's stamina should have been better. What's going on, LT? He said stamina should have been better. Yeah, he wasn't as in that fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? He didn't win that fight. The big Chinese dude won the fight. He was cold. I never seen him fight before. He was decent. Herkovich, man, he lost that fight. They gave that dude that. Salute to Boomer for the super chat. Much love, much appreciation, bro. He says, had Usyk hurt several times, didn't stick to the game plan. But when AJ said I'm not a 12-round fighter, I walked out the room. Salute to Bushido on the dojo. Oh shit, bro. He said I walked out the room. Oh shit, bro. Oh man, that's the shit I be talking about with Joshua, man. That's what I be talking about, bro. Like, I'm not a 12-round fighter. I didn't want to hurt him. And honestly, if I'm honest, I felt that in moments in this fight, it seemed like he didn't want to hurt him. Like, bro, what are you doing? Go up in there and beat this dude up. Throw some punches. Like, there was a lot of situations where I was yelling at the screen and shit. I was coaching him and shit, and he was following through. He was listening to my directions and shit too. I said, do this, and he was doing it and shit. But it was times where, like, bro, throw punches. He's right there. Just keep him busy. Keep him, like, let him know you hit a fight. Let him know you hit or hurt him. Let him know you ain't playing no games. I felt that he was still a little timid in this fight against Usyk. Of course, Usyk does a very good job of creating angles and making you reset and all this shit. So he had to reset a lot. Usyk footwork. He was the ring general majority of the fight, in my opinion, because AJ wasn't really. He just seemed kind of gun shy at times. He seemed kind of gun shy. You said, how do you stop the lateral movement of somebody like Usyk? Man, I don't know, bro. Oh, no. When I said throw a sweeping right hand, you'll hit this motherfucker. I was talking to the screen and shit. I said, throw that sweeping right. He threw a sweeping right and then landed. You know what I'm saying? He threw that shit. I felt that he should have threw a lot more of those. You know what I'm saying? I felt that he should have threw a lot more sweeping shots, bro. You know how like Bud likes to throw those sweeping right hands and shit? Yeah, man, you got them long arms, you sweep it. Boom. Sweep it to the body too. Boom. If AJ had a higher fight IQ, he'll be a problem. He'll be a much harder guy to deal with. Salute to Slide Tendencies for the super chat, man. Much love, bro. He says AJ looked better, but that was not a split decision. So what do you think it was, man? You think Usyk clearly won? You said don't go backwards, step to the left or right. Yeah, let me know, Slide. Do you think that was what do you think it was? Hey, Usyk is a motherfucker, man. Salute to D Luckett. I see you in the building, man. Yeah, I was happy with AJ, man. I like AJ. I was rooting for him. There's no slight against Usyk. I like him too, but I feel that Usyk is the better fighter. So I like to root for the underdog and the guy that's not as good. So I was over here rooting for AJ, yelling at the screen and shit. And he was doing this thing until his legs damn near fell from up under him. You said AJ don't got the heart of a champion. Man, AJ don't got that. I felt he should have been mean. What's going on, J-Rod? I see you in the building. Y'all go subscribe to J-Rod's Level Up Boxing TV. D Luckett, salute. Pito, Top Dog, what's going on? Yeah, man. AJ should have threw more sweeping shots. He should have I felt he should have threw more. His defense was better in this fight. His defense was a lot better in this fight. His head movement was better. His defense was better. And he seemed a little bit more confident. But at the same time, he still was kind of gun shy. He was still a little gun shy. Maybe he was worried about stamina. Yeah, he you said not assertive enough. Nope, no dog in him. So he says AJ doesn't have the gas tank to keep that kind of pressure. AJ did well. I had it 117, 112. Usyk. Damn. I don't know. I had it a little closer than that. I felt it was a little closer. You said he doesn't have the stamina. Yeah, man, he was getting tired, man. Salute D Lucky for the super chat. He says AJ did well, but he lacks killer instinct. Yeah, man. He needed to be really mean tonight. And why I don't mind him being a nice guy at this point. This is just who he is. He's a nice guy. He's a genuinely nice dude. But nah, bro. Nah, now what? You know what I'm saying? Now what? Now what? I mean, I'm not going to write him off. But now what? Where does AJ go from here? I mean, he got a lot of money. He was champion. Became what? A 2-time champion. Maybe he could fight Wilder. If Wilder beats Hellenius, maybe he can go out to Wilder and make that fight happen. But what's next for AJ? He said his best round was the 9th. He even threw a hammer fist. He needed that whole fight. Man, AJ needed to be he needed a hammer fist. He needed a chopping fist. Man, he needed the open palm fist, the Buddhist fist. He needed all kinds of different fists to beat this motherfucker tonight. But he was competitive. He didn't look shot. He didn't look like he was out of the fight or no like that. And like he was a fighter that was ready to check out and nothing like that. He just lost a split decision against the guy with a higher fight IQ. His fight IQ, and he got better mobility. The footwork and the angles gave him a lot of problems. Usyk is excellent at creating angles, man. That motherfucker, he's a big Lomachenko and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was up in there cutting angles, you know. You said Usyk landed 131 power punches to AJ's 101. Oh, wow. You said drop the link. All right, I'll drop the link. Let me go ahead and drop a link. Some of you guys get in here. We give you guys' thoughts on this fight between AJ and Usyk. Man, I don't think AJ's never. I mean, AJ can move good in spots. Like he can jump back quick, you know, but it seemed like he just gets confused when Usyk was doing all those, cutting those angles, and he'll be like a step behind Usyk, like damn, Usyk been cut that angle like 30 seconds ago, bro. Like, man, it was crazy. What's going on, LT?
What's going on, Cheeto?
What's
What's
good,
going
man?
on, man? Man, I'm gonna give me Grace your dojo real quick. Give you a little bow.
What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. That's a little fun fight for the night. It's a little
Yeah,
fun fight for the night. It was competitive. You know, I'm fine with the split going to Usyk. I thought Usyk did win. But I'm fine with the split. You know, I think the right man won. But my thing about AJ though is if you're gonna be an inside fighter and make it a rough and ugly, man, you gotta have the stamina to keep it up.
yeah,
You can't be in the inside doing, using your body weight or just pressing forward, throwing a lot of punches on the inside, and your stamina ain't there. If your stamina ain't there, that style ain't for you.
nope,
Man, if you like people like Sean Porter, Jamel Charlo, Earl Spence, all these other fighters who fight on the inside, man, you look at their stamina. They don't ever get tired, right?
right, nope,
You gotta, if you're gonna fight on the inside like that, you gotta keep up that high octane. So, and I think that, like you said, and what AJ should have done is when Usyk was stepping to the side, creating that angle, he should have threw a sweeping right.
yep,
So as soon as he exits that door, that side door, boom, comes sweeping, cross that distance with that sweeping right. Boom.
yep.
And
Close
then
that door every time. Keep him
close that door.
Yeah.
Every time he goes out that door, throw a fist with it, give him something to think about.
Yep.
See that, man, AJ. I was rooting for him too. I wanted him to win. I
Hey, what's
wanted
that?
to,
What's
huh?
that? 3 losses now? That's what? 3 losses now?
3 losses. But you know what? AJ still got something left. He's not shot. He actually looked better even in a loss in this performance than he did his last fight. So I think he's not shot. He just faced somebody who's probably just better than him, and that's okay. You're gonna face people in your life just better than you.
I think
I still think, huh?
Usyk got his number, man.
Yeah, yeah. Just like Fury got Wilder's number. It is
Yep.
what it is. What do you think if Wilder comes back and beats Hellenius? Do you think that Wilder can beat Usyk? Because styles make fights.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. I think Wilder could beat Usyk. Wilder does really good fighting against shorter dudes.
Yeah,
He don't necessarily do good against fighting smaller men. Wilder does. Wilder struggles against big dudes like Fury. So Wilder may have some trouble against Hellenius too. I mean, if I'm honest, we'll see.
true.
If Hellenius can take his power, and while he may give my boy Wilder some trouble, we'll see. But
True. And stylistically too, Wilder does throw a lot of wild shit anyway, so he will be throwing wild sweeping
sweeping
right
shots,
to sweeping.
yeah, chopping shots. So you can't be ducking a certain angle. He'll chop right down on you.
Yeah, chop right down on you. Yeah, so that'd be a good one.
AJ just seemed like a little like he was pulling some punches at times. Like, man, follow through with that shit, man. Let the wind hit him. You know what I'm saying? But he's probably worried about stamina. If I'm honest, I think he was worried about gassing out in the fight. Then that made him gas out even more because he was so worried about gassing out.
What'll be funny is if Wilder beats Usyk, Usyk beats Fury, and no, AJ beats Fury, Wilder beats Usyk. It'd just be funny how that would turn out. That'd really be the definition of styles make fights.
Oh yeah, but Fury, he's retiring again allegedly, man. He's done again allegedly. So,
Yeah, we'll see.
So Wilder beating Hellenius is good for boxing. See, AJ winning tonight would have been good for business. Good for the business of boxing. He's the attraction. He's the name guy. He speaks English and all that other stuff that comes with AJ. Now Wilder has to win for the better business of boxing. Because if he don't, then it's a Hellenius, and it's gonna be a heavyweight division gonna be ran by Eastern Europe again. It's gonna dry out like it did when Klitschko was running shit. So for the excitement of boxing, Wilder should be Hellenius. Go after Usyk, become undisputed. And then after that is open season.
Yeah, I was thinking that that AJ would pull it off. I was hoping he would, man. He looked good. Obviously he was a little gun shy because he didn't want to keep running into nothing, and his stamina, he wanted to make sure his stamina is what he thought it was. I think he could have pressed a little harder. He didn't seem, I mean, it was times where he didn't have his legs, but I think that was from him recovering from the shot more so than him being out of shape. But I don't think AJ lost that. For me, I would say AJ squeaked it out. But I mean, the champion, you got to beat the champ. So I respect. Now that I thought about it, I really respect the decision. But dang, yeah, AJ,
it was a neutral grounds, bro. You know.
Dang, I wanted AJ to win bad, but I said Usyk was going to win. I thought he was going to hit him with a clipping shot, somewhere in the late rounds and take AJ out of there. But that didn't happen. That was me planning it off of looking how they've been moving in the last fight. So, but he actually won by a split decision. I think that was cool.
What up, y'all?
Peace, Bushido. Peace, family.
Yo, I think Tyson Fury stopped Usyk.
I think Tyson Fury stops AJ too.
I think he'll stop AJ too. I think Fury the best.
Most playing against Loma.
Yep.
I think Fury the best, honestly. Because
I think Usyk's too small.
Yeah, me too. Because you seen what he did where AJ was able to just kind of like press up on him. If that Fury
a little bit
showed up and Wilder Fury 2 come in, it's a wrap. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't stop him physically.
Yeah, physically. I agree with you. I think that, and not only that, Tyson Fury can box as well. So it's not like Tyson Fury can box better than AJ. So it's not like he can't rely on his boxing a bit
And Tyson
himself.
Fury
That's a fact.
don't even get hit near as much as Usyk get hit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? I feel like my
I
internet.
think Usyk got more skills than Wilder too. But the thing with Wilder is, I
Sure.
think that who can if like Usyk gets hit also. So if you get hit like 6 times by Wilder, I don't care, man. I think you're going to sleep. Wilder got that type of power. You know what I'm saying? So but Usyk got a sneaky left hand also in his movement. I think will give Wilder. If we learn something from Fury is that Wilder don't do good with boxers who's walking them down. Wilder can't fight on the back foot. You know what I'm saying?
He had trouble with boxers too, because I think it'll look, if Wilder fought Usyk, in my opinion, I think it'll look like the Spielka fight.
You think he catches him? You think he catches Usyk?
I think he can catch him. I think he can catch him if he catch him. If he catch him, yeah, because AJ was able to land it, and when Usyk get hit, he freeze up. You can't freeze up on Wilder.
Yeah, that's true.
No, you can't freeze up at all. And when he hits you, you might freeze. You got to think, Fury was a 300-some pound dude. Usyk still only like 220, so he may not be able to take a punch like Fury.
Fury's just too big, man. I've been saying this. He's probably will be one of those guys who go undefeated because with the skills with that size. I'm going out on a limb when I say this. I don't think people may not agree. There's not too many heavyweights in history that would be able to beat the Tyson Fury just due to his size.
Facts.
Nah,
it's not
true.
just due to his,
that's true.
Just due to his, and it has one of the only people that I might actually give it to is like Lennox Lewis, just because Lennox Lewis is big and has more skills than even Fury does and has a punch. But you gotta be the full package in order to beat that big dude.
I'm gonna keep it real.
But you know what? I think a lot of have a chance against him. I think a few of them have a good chance because even when you look at some of these old school fighters, like they did a lot of tricky things. You know what I'm saying? And you don't see a lot of fighters doing now. Like even with the head movement, with their hands down, you think you can hit them and you can't.
Right.
I
think Iron Mike would have caught Fury. And one of
Me too.
Yeah, he's small, bro.
No, one of them. He's short enough. Fury be having trouble with short people, man.
Yo, let's keep it real though. Like it was a shock to us, but Otto Wallin really beat Fury. Let's keep it real.
I don't think he did.
No, he did.
I
it was
think
close. It was close.
You serious?
No.
I thought they gave Fury a decision with that cut and all that shit.
They definitely did with the cut. They definitely did with the cut. They should have stopped it on the cut. But Fury, when I was watching it, he rallied though. It was a close fight, and then he rallied towards the end. That's why I think he won.
I mean,
salute to Chef Dennis for the super. He says Luis Ortiz versus Usyk Fury is the fight to make. We got to see how Luis looks. He might look like an old ass man.
Wait, ain't King Kong fighting tomorrow? He fighting on Ruiz tomorrow, I think, right?
September 4th.
Or September 4th, yeah.
I ain't gonna push that way back like that. And put it on pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's a bad idea putting that shit on pay-per-view. That fight should be on TV.
And that fight should have been happened a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they I don't know, man. They bugging out. Meanwhile, we still can't get Spence and Crawford. You know, man?
Oh man, bro.
I'm mad.
Listen.
I don't want to talk about that.
AJ Usyk fought twice. Wilder Fury fought 3 times and had an argument. Spence and Crawford didn't fight once, bro.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
I'm an 80s baby. At my time, they would have had the rematch already. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, bro.
The rematch, they would have had the trilogy by now.
Look, y'all, think about how many people became undisputed within that whole time frame. There's no excuse for them guys, man.
None at all, man.
Josh Taylor, Devin Haney, Canelo, heavyweights getting close to it.
Man, these dudes.
I agree. Hey, blame the person who ain't signing the contract.
Here we go.
What contract?
We don't know who.
What contract you talking about? What contract you talking about?
I don't want to go there, y'all.
You mean the contract that
hold on. You know what kind of worms
for 3 fights?
You know what kind of worms I could open. So I ain't gonna
That's
go
the
there.
one you talking about?
You got the wrong one on the line. You don't want to start that
He
so
talking
soon.
about
I don't
that
want to
slave.
start.
He
I
talking
don't.
about
I
that
don't want to
slave
start that
contract.
tonight,
He
man.
talking about that slave
Oh, you
contract.
talking about the fighting, just fight anybody
He
type
talking
of numbers
about death
contract, right?
row. He talking about death
See,
row.
I'm
Death
not
row
even trying to
boxing.
go there. Y'all see, keep pressing on it. Let's move.
You
Let's
know
move
why you
forward.
want to go there? 'Cause
Yeah,
you
I
threw it
don't
out
go
there.
there.
He talking about
Keep
death
pressing.
row boxing with Suge
You threw
Knight.
it out there.
I thought
What
we talking
contract? You
about
talking about
Joshua and
that
Usyk.
contract?
I thought we talking about Joshua and Usyk.
You brought it up.
No, you
I was,
brought it up.
I was just joking. That's been a little joke.
Of
I wasn't
course you
serious.
were joking. You must be on that E&J.
No, I'm just saying.
Easy
I mean,
Jesus. He on that easy Jesus.
are we
He got
talking about Joshua Usyk or are we talking
he
about something
got
else?
got his baby already. His
Yo, let's keep it
what
real.
you
Let's
call
keep
it?
it real. People swore. Y'all seen that Jamal Charlo wifey talking shit about him type of shit. One thing we learned, I don't think them PBC boys is getting the bread that they claim to be making, my man. That's just, I mean, and I ain't in his pocket. I'm just keeping it real. Like everybody you hear from PBC, they say, "Yo, I'm my own promoter. I'm my own promoter." Talk. As soon as you try to make a fight with them, yo, call
You
Al,
call
do this, do
Al.
Bro,
this. You know what I'm
let's
saying?
just be honest, man. PBC looking like a pyramid scheme for boxing,
For
man.
real, son. That
Damn.
shit
Facts.
crazy.
And then they
You
Pyramid
know what
keep
scheme.
kills me
dropping out
though?
of fights. What is dropping out of fight stuff, man? Why
Hey,
they
I don't
keep
I'm
getting
feel
gonna,
their
bad
I'm gonna
fights
for
tell
him.
you
together?
this. I'm gonna tell you this because I listen. PBC definitely got his problems. I'm not a PBC share at all, but I mean, people love to talk shit about Al Heyman, but all he's ever done is do right by his fighters. I mean, that's one thing I give him that.
You
So I
don't
mean,
know that, bro.
How do you
You
know
ain't
he
close
did
how
enough
right
to
by
know
his
that.
fighters?
name
Why
You're not
them
name
yeah,
fighters
okay.
look
you're
and
not
why a
close
lot of
enough to
them
Name
know
hold
that,
fighters
on,
bro.
hold on.
ain't
That's
fighting
not
the best
true.
One at a
people?
time. One at
That's
a
name one person who has a complaint really about Al Heyman like that. That's really unboxing him.
Adrian Broner.
And I'm about to
That's one person.
and I'm about to and I knew you were gonna bring him
Thurman.
up. I knew you were gonna bring you talking about Adrian Broner, the same guy who's been out and for years now out of his
He
prime.
answered your
Who's still
question.
hold on. You talking about Adrian Broner, the same guy who's been out of his prime for years now, but Al Heyman still continues to put him on PBC Showtime getting paydays. That same one who's ungrateful, who just recently dropped
Well,
out of a
How
fight
you
due to
know
mental
Al
health.
Heyman doing that?
Even
How
though,
you know that?
there
even
I
though
agree with
Adrian,
you.
hold on, even though Adrian Broner should have been out of boxing by now. I mean,
How you know Al Heyman doing
but
that?
yet Al Heyman is somehow Al Heyman, right?
Where y'all get defending
Gary Russell.
promoters and stuff from? It's nothing he do differently than any other promoter
I
besides not show his face.
don't want to hear the Adrian Broner excuse because he's not a good example to use because he's always
He's an example though.
they've been
Gary
giving
Russell
Adrian
Jr.
Broner way too many
He
chances.
said Gary Russell.
Who else?
Gary Russell Jr.
Okay, Gary Russell.
He couldn't even get a Leo Santa Cruz fight.
Okay, so is that a WBA problem or is that an Al Heyman problem?
I mean,
Al
but
Heyman
you keep
problem. You
Al
said
Heyman.
Al
Al
Heyman was supposed to
Heyman.
run it, right?
Lamar,
Al Heyman should be able to
we
call him up on the
jumping
phone.
ships.
When
Yeah,
y'all
we
was talking
jumping
junk
ships.
about Bob Arum called people on the phone. Don't
Facts.
you call that belt the what Bob order belt? So shouldn't
Yeah.
Al Heyman be able to have that same juice? Where his juice
How do you
at?
know? Wait, how do you know that WBA is even under Al Heyman like that?
That's
You're
what
just
I just.
assuming that.
Hold
The
on.
same way
You're
you
just
know that.
assuming
The
that.
The
same,
same
the
way
same
you
way you
said
know
the
Bud.
WBO is
The
under
same way you know.
Bob.
That's right. The same way you
Listen,
saying Bud ain't signing the contract. That's how we know.
Let's just keep
no,
it facts.
listen.
No, you
See, my
really don't.
listen. Okay,
You
fine.
know just as
Let's
much.
bring.
Hold
Okay,
on,
so
no,
let's bring it up
hold on,
then.
because
So
you've been running on the rant. You
no, I haven't. Go
speculate
ahead.
just as much as everybody else speculate, bro.
I'm
Facts.
speculating. I am speculating. I am. I'm not going to say I'm not. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to the Terrence Crawford situation, from all these rumors we've been hearing, like you're speculating too.
Speculation,
I know speculation, but you've been
hearsay,
speculating too, right? So with all these
hearsay.
rumors that we've been hearing, is that Terrence Bud Crawford is the one's not signing the contract, even though it seems like he's getting a fair deal. But it's like he's not signing the contract.
What
So I
fair
remember,
deal?
I
Let
remember,
me
I
ask you a
remember, I
question.
remember
For
years
3
ago when
fights.
Earl Spence
How
came
was
out
that
and
a
said,
fair
"We're
deal
gonna see
when he
who's
made
holding up the fight.
that for?
We're gonna see who's holding up the fight when the fight happens." And who is it? It's Bud, bro.
How you know
Just
it ain't
Hold
Al?
on. Let me
How
ask
is
you a
it
question.
Bud when you
Let
gave
me
that
ask you a
man
question.
14 million and he made about half of that his last fight?
That's a
What
fact.
are
So
you
we made
talking
six. We
about?
made
no.
How's that a
You said,
fair
hold
deal?
on. Let's
No,
stop that
matter of fact,
crap.
let's go through the
Where did
rules. The
where did
dude
the
from
15 million
PBC
come
said
from?
himself
Where did that
that
come
they
from?
didn't want to offer Bud something that was insulting. And then they turn
So
around and
where?
this is
Hold
what
on,
they
I
offer
got
him
a.
is
all that shit.
14
Hey, bro,
million. Of course,
I
they
got a better
already knew
question
they was
for him,
going to
bro.
insult the man.
I got a better
So where
question
did
for him,
that
bro.
$15 million? Where did that come from?
I got a better
Oh,
question
excuse
for
me,
you.
14 million. Where did that come
That's
from?
14.6 million. That's insulting, man.
Where did it?
Forget the
Hold on, you
numbers.
guys
Forget
keep
the
talking about
numbers.
14 million.
Scratch
Where
the
did
numbers.
that come from?
Scratch the
Somebody
numbers.
tell me
Check
that
this out.
14 million
Check
came
this out,
from.
Lenore. I got a better
No,
point.
nobody's answering the question, huh? Nobody can answer that one?
Scratch the numbers. I got a better question for you.
All right, then nobody answered that. Go ahead, brother.
Here go the question I got for you.
All right, go ahead.
Didn't that come from Dan Raphael or somebody?
If Al Haymon,
No,
right?
it did not.
If he's so good for these fighters, why is he not jumping in line to make the biggest fight in boxing with his own fighter? When the guys
what's the biggest fight in boxing, brother?
He didn't even make the biggest fight back then when it was Thurman
What's
versus EJ.
no. Listen, like I said,
Thurman fight.
I already said that.
I
already said that PBC is not the greatest. They have their problems. All I'm saying is, when it comes financially, doing right by the fighters, he does that for the most
You
part.
don't know that.
How is
you know
Nigga, yes, I
doing right by
bro.
a fighter?
Nobody. Hold on, but listen, y'all can't. Hold on, y'all can't say he doesn't, bro. Y'all can't say that when these fighters get done with a PBC event. What's the first thing that come out their mouth? I like to thank Al Haymon. Why do you think that is? Nobody ever says anything about Bob Arum. Nobody ever says anything about Eddie Hearn.
How you know
But
that's
then because Jamal Charlo is having some problems, now it's all of a sudden it's Al Heyman's fault. Well, get the fuck out of here. That's the Jamal Charlo problem. That ain't Al Heyman.
That means he's
I'm
good.
just saying.
And they really
sound
I mean,
crazy,
you do know that there's a crackhead who brings up
PBC is not good at making some of his best fights. I'll give you that. I'm not considering this and say that's a lie.
Yo, hold up, everybody. Hold on, let me mute everybody real quick. Yeah, this.
Hello?
I think he muted himself.
Hello?
Yeah, I think he did. But like I said, but hear me clearly.
Hold on. Yeah, but yeah, I'll be back on like tomorrow or something, man, because this shit is lagging up or something. So yeah, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Sorry for the fucked up ass stream, man. It was a struggle stream today, but hope everybody have a good day, man. Salute to AJ, man. He did a good job today. Usyk, he did his thing, man. He's the man. He's the heavyweight champion. He's probably pound number one in a lot of people's book. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to the panel. Salute to the chat. Peace out.
Salute everybody.